Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Happy New Year to everyone. I think it's our first show of the new year, so I hope everyone is blessed and well. What are you saying, my guy, Jalil?
Yeah, good man. Happy New Year too. Good 2022 year of positivity,
100%, 100%, man. That's the message. What are you saying, Rash? Happy New Year, bro. What are you saying?
Alhamdulillah, happy to be here. My New Year's already come and gone. I go by the Islamic calendar, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we wish the 2022 in with prosperity and good fortune for everyone, and sound mind and good health and so on. So I wish that for everyone for this year.
100%, man. Well said. And last but not least, Jeff, what are you saying, my guy?
All good, man. Happy New Year to everyone. And as it's our first one since New Year, innit? So hope it's a good one, a prosperous one for everybody, innit?
100%. People, smash the likes. We recently passed 300 subscribers a couple of days ago. So we want to big up everyone for it's a great way to start the year for us. So we appreciate every single one of you. And now the target is 400, of course. And we may be doing a small giveaway to celebrate the 300. So keep an eye out for that. The first giveaway we did was a good one, the little Just Eat thing. So, big up Rob. I believe it was Rob who won it. So, yeah, big him up still. And, huh? Yeah, your guy. He got all the questions right. So, big him up still. So, yeah, we'll definitely do something. But smash the likes, subscribe if you're new, and share as always. Today we're doing the half-term report, given that it's FA Cup weekend. Carabao Cup semi-final, so we're going to focus on the Prem and doing our awards. So everyone should be able to see the screen. So the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be selecting our team of the year. That's just a very rough formation that we can change depending on what me and the Mandem agree, and then we'll each select our player of the year, manager of the year, flop of the year, and we've also added one in for biggest surprise of the year. That way we can post this up and people can say they agree with Jalil, Rash, Jeff, or maybe they'll agree with me. We'll see. But let's get started with the team of the year. First of all, the standard default formation is 4-3-3. Any disagreements there? Anyone want to change?
Nah, that's great.
Like that. I like how it is. Yeah.
Cool. All right then. Who wants to go first? Jalil, who's your goalkeeper of the season so far for the Premier League?
Happy you started with me, my friend.
No worries.
Because when we speak about goalkeeper of the year, I have to make a case, obviously, for someone. But then because you said the year and you didn't say, wait, are we going for half the season or are we going for the whole year?
Half the season. You know what? Let me change this.
I'm happy you said that again, my friend. Yeah, because that even makes my argument bigger and stronger. You get it. So when we speak about goalkeepers, right, we got to speak about goalkeepers who make an impact to their team. And there's only two that's been in contention in terms of arguments for the last, you can argue 3 years since Liverpool come and done their thing and that. So obviously you've got Alisson and you've got Edison, and that's an argument. But I would like to throw another man into that hat, because as soon as he started playing, you got a lot of disrespect from other fans, and because he's an Arsenal player, of course you're going to get that because we was the banter club. Obviously we know United's that now, but we won't go there.
You have to throw that in there.
Oh, slick.
I want all the smoke. Do you know what I mean? So So obviously the reason why I'm saying this, I've got to be honest with you. I've got to put in Ramsdale, and we're looking at who's got the most clean sheets, and who's heading to the Golden Glove. Ramsdale's on par with the two people I said has been winning it for the last couple of years, and for the argument for a team that's obviously not as big as City and Liverpool and can do the things now that they're doing, and who's potentially they're top 4 contenders. They were battling for the first place, and then now City's got it. I'm putting in Ramsdale for the reasons of getting a club like Arsenal, who's been poor, 10th and 8th and finishing in that, and getting them to where they are, because without his amazing saves, without him playing out, he's very confident on the ball. he plays as a centre back. You know, as what we want now. We want an extra centre back in terms of how the goalkeepers play. So yeah, I think I've said enough there. I'm going to put Ramsdale in, and you know, a lot of people might say that's a unconscious bias there, you know, in terms of Arsenal and that. But fair enough, I'll have that. I'll debate that. But for me, it's got to be Ramsdale. Yeah.
Okay, so Jadel's going for Ramsdale as a keeper of the season so far. Rash, Jeff, what you man telling me? Any disagreements on that?
You go first, Rash. Go on.
No, I was going to say, if we're talking about this season, then you can't really argue. I think the only the people who've got the most clean sheets, I think, is out of Edison and Ramsdale. I think it is. I think they were neck and neck until the weekend. So I can't argue with what Jalil says. The fact that Edison's already been cemented in his team for a number of years already, and that Ramsdale's just a new blood and that's come in and had such a big impact immediately and showed what he can do. I think it's a good shot to have him there.
Yeah. Okay. So Rash is going for Ramsdale too. Jeff, what are you saying?
Yeah, I have to agree. Similar reasoning, to be honest. Like Edison and Allison are established keepers, so the impact's obviously going to be less, isn't it? Like they've been in the league, they're established. We know they're two of the best goalies in the world. They're in the top 3, if not top 5. Like Ramsdale was bought as a young keeper. You've displaced a good number 1, in my opinion. Like I like Leno. I wasn't against Leno. And you've made your impact. Like you've done well. There's still a lot for him to learn and whatnot, but it's a very, very encouraging 3-4 months. He's played very well. He's helped like the team. Just in terms of like trusting someone back there. Like Leno, I liked Leno, but I'll be lying if you can't see there's a small difference between Leno and Ramsdale. Like Ramsdale just seems a bit more confident. Like the way he bounces back even from slight errors is very different to the way like Leno did. So I think it's a good pick, to be honest, for a half season.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's hard. It'll be hard for people to if I'm thinking of immediate contenders for this season, obviously you've got your Edison, you've got your Allisons, even though Allison's made a couple mistakes. You could say De Gea's been good for United because they've been awful, so he's had a lot to do.
Yeah.
But if you look at Ramsdale, he missed the first 3 games as well. So he's only had 16, 15 games, 9 clean sheets. And I think the most impressive thing for me about him is on the ball. And I'm surprised because usually the English media overhype all their players. But when we signed Ramsdale, no one even mentioned anything about his ball playing ability, which is why I think we've all been quite surprised by how good he is on the ball. And because I'm waiting every game for him to start making that mistake with the passing, but it's not coming. And his passing is a lot quicker than Leno's, which I think has made a big difference to how the team plays. So I think based on all that morale, like you said, how much flack he got when we signed him, because there was a lot of he was getting bantered left, right, and center. I think I don't think it's unreasonable to have Ramsdale and go, and I probably would have gone for him as well, if not De Gea, but it would have been definitely one of them two for me. Because I think also when you look at Edison, what he has to do is a lot less. Obviously, with his fee, he's the best, but in terms of Man City, hardly have any shots against them. So, yeah, I think that plays a part too. So we've gone for Ramsdale in goal. All right, Rash, right back. Who you got?
This one was I was doing a lot of thinking in regards to this one, man. Because I've been impressed with Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, I think he's kind of shown what he can do, and he's proved all the doubters wrong in this first half of the season. Like bagging in goals, putting in balls, putting in good shifts, good performances. Do you know what I mean? But I also think James had a good start as well.
He did.
Right, and he had such a good start that, to me, he seemed more of a solid and consistent player in regards to what he actually does on the pitch. He consistently does the same things over and over again, and he's a good, solid defender. He's good at defending. He's good at going forward. He puts himself about a lot. I think he's really made a good example of what a young right back needs to, the attributes that they have to have in order to be successful in the new age. I think James has done really well. So The obvious kind of one, or the probably more natural thing would be to do is to say Alexander-Arnold because of the type of goals that he has scored, or maybe even the team that he's with. But you have to remember that James is coming from a Chelsea that's had a manager that hasn't even been here for a full season yet as well. He's done well under him. He cemented his place. He seems very sure in his position and what is wanted from him tactically. And he got a couple goals at the beginning of the season as well. So that's why I've put James ahead, because to me, it's slightly new blood. Alexander-Arnold's been up there already, but James has shown a lot more of himself to put himself as a contender, and I'll put him there ahead of Alex still.
Okay, cool. So you're going Reece James for your right back slot. Jeff, what are you saying?
Probably gonna go with Trent. Reece, yeah, don't get me wrong. Reece James, I think his peak during this first 19 games has probably been higher. Like there was a point where he was doing some outright for like 3-4 games. Like, his name was everywhere. Like it was assists, there was goals, and he was scoring some dumb goals too, like some different goals. So I think his peak during this first half has probably been higher. I just think Trent has just been at like an 8.5, 9 the whole way. I just don't think there has been really many off games. Like he's just been really, really good. Like with 9 assists so far, so I think he tops the assists list.
Yeah.
His influence on Liverpool is as big as ever. Like they're just not the same team if he doesn't play. So yeah, I think I'd give it to him. I considered Tommy Asu. I'm not gonna lie, I did.
That's a shout, bro. That's a shout.
So yeah, I just want to say that for honourable mention. Like, I don't think I don't think it's Trent or Reece James start, but I don't think there's a third better right back. I don't think there's a third better right back so far this season. I think he's been really, really good, and we'll get to it.
Sorry. How's your ringtone sound like a news bulletin, bro?
Nah, it's not. It's Sky Sports. It's telling me Lukaku started today. So Lukaku starts again.
Oh, Lukaku's back, yeah? Big him up, man.
Big up Lukaku for rescuing that.
That apology you did yesterday was like some PR stunt to the max, fam.
That and apparently got a 400k fine.
Yeah, I saw that. That's one of the biggest fines I know. That's a big fine still.
Obviously, that's a disrespectful fine, just for chatting your opinions,
He makes like $350 a week, man. He'll be all right. Like,
He'll be all right.
They take half of that home, remember? Half. Yeah, that's a couple weeks, no wages, bro.
A couple weeks,
that's
no wages.
A month, no wages.
That's that strong reminder, yeah. You better carefully, bro.
Trust me.
You think you could just say whatever you want? It don't work like that.
Because you can't have the mentality like, well, that's a month's pay. I'm not playing for a month. Man, that's to come in every day still.
You can't do that.
Madman, bro. I did a tell-all interview before Christmas period or in the Christmas period. Why are you doing a tell-all, bro? Are you Wendy Williams? What are you doing, bro?
It's mad because I heard him say something along the lines of it was for Sky Italy, so obviously it was leaning towards that more, and it was more directed towards them. That's who he was talking to, yeah.
No,
but it's like he doesn't know that Sky is worldwide and that everyone was gonna hear it anyway.
It's a poor excuse, man.
And he asked him to do it.
Yeah, I've never seen such a mistake from a senior footballer. Like, it's actually one of the biggest mistakes I've seen. Like,
it's a big L.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for the past few days, and like, what made you think this would be all right? Like, why did you think?
And the way he was so comfy when he was doing it, like, nah. I was sitting back in his sofa at home, like, yeah, this is a good move. Nah, big up Lukaku, man. What an idiot. What an idiot. Oh Jalil, right back. Who's your right back? We've given you some extra time. Who's your right
man. I needed the extra time, but I was thinking about biggest mistakes. I don't know if you see Rooney at student halls or flipping gigs, sleeping with his brother's missus. So there's a few guys out there.
Different level. You brought in life mistakes.
these are big mistakes. So I just wanted to put that there. You know, you can't be okay. I'm not back from work.
Man said Giggsy. That's what happened to Giggsy. I swear Giggsy's in jail or something.
Yeah, he is. I think he actually
Pending.
We go
Bro, it's pending. It could happen.
Oh, pending,
Mendy had to be shipped out to another jail, bro.
There's a reason why they mentioned Mendy, but yeah.
What are you saying? That's your man, then. That's your man's in them.
I no way associate with him. You can take
No one is associated with Mendy. Yo, shit. He said right.
Yeah, so I was listening to the boys, right, and I was thinking, before even the back coming, I had another player in mind who ain't even been mentioned, and that was Cancelo for City. For me, it's a bit split because Rash, Jeff, and I now we've all said 3 different players. You get what I'm saying? For me, Cancelo's been out of this world, bruv. Like, you know, there's a post the other day he got beat up and that, and you know, realistically, instead of saying what happened, you said you should have seen the other guy. You know, it made him look better as a person. But it is what it is. But
should have seen the other guy. He's got all my jewelry. That guy is up.
He's cakes.
He's winning. He's winning. But I feel sad for him, man. I hope he's okay. I hope he makes a speedy recovery, man. That shit ain't funny sometimes. But it's funny today because we could joke about it. But at the time, I know it was sad, brother. You know, not everyone's Gabriel from Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? You can knock something out with a baseball bat. Do you know what I mean? So Cancelo, man. For me, he's been active, man. I've seen some wicked stuff from Trent. I've seen some wicked stuff from James as well. But when it comes to Cancelo, man, this guy, I didn't know he could do those kind of balls like into the box. I didn't know he was active like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, I did kind of know, but you can tell he could have been kind of like a midfielder as well, kind of in the Trent segment. If we're talking like that. I'm trying to compare him to the best. Just only right for me to mention them guys. But for me, Cancelo, man, he's been by far for me the best centre back. Obviously, big up Tomiyasu, but a bit more time and that, you know. I guess maybe at the end of the season we can look at this list and come back to it, and we might see a few more Arsenal players in there. But big up, I got to big up my guy as always. But Cancelo for me, man. Cancelo.
Okay, so you're going Cancelo. I would have. I'm having Cancelo in this team. I would have just put him left back. I think he's played a little bit more left back this season than right back. Him and Kyle Walker have been exchanging that side. So that's why I'm glad you brought him up, actually, because I was going to forget about Cancelo. But I would have Cancelo as my left back, and then I would have Trent as my right back. I think he just edges out Reece James. And Tomiyasu is a good shout, too. He has been very solid defensively. But I would just have Trent over Reece James just because of how important Trent is to Liverpool. Like, he creates way too much for them. I think that's something they got to look at in terms of their reliance on him is a bit too much. But I would just go Trent over Reece James. Reece James has been very good as well. It's just I think the injury and Chelsea had a bit of a dip towards the end of December and stuff. So I'll give Trent the edge for that one. So let's put Trent.
Trent's also got a very star quality about him at Liverpool as well. Just the way he carries himself on the pitch when he's on the ball, when he's off the ball. He already knows he's one of the stars of the team, and he does. Yeah, he bowls like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's how he rolls on the pitch. So he knows it. He's walking it. It's deserved.
Yeah, he's definitely he's got that mannerism, like you said. He struts when he's on the pitch. So now big up Trent still. All right, centre backs. Jeff, you want to select the 2 centre backs you would select?
Oh, yeah, centre backs. One is Thiago Silva.
Okay.
Just because, for 37 years old. I think it's just testament that he's got another year deal, or Chelsea just gave him another year because they don't look the same without him to me. Some could argue and say Rudiger might have been better. I think Thiago Silva is kind of like the conductor in that team. So
the glue.
I think like Rudiger, don't get me wrong, like he's a very, very necessary defender back there. Like he's aggressive, he's straight to the point. Shithousery's on 25 out of 10.
Yeah.
But Thiago Silva really does organize that back line, and when he's not there, Chelsea don't look the same at all to me. The other centre back. All right, this is where I don't know.
You don't know at the moment, yeah?
Yeah, I actually don't know. I had thoughts like the Van Dijk's return's been good, but I don't know if that's good enough to warrant a spot. Diaz has been good, as always, but again, I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go to someone else. Maybe someone else might say something that might sway my opinion on something.
Okay, cool. Rash, Jalil, what are you man saying? Obviously, first of all, Jeff said Thiago Silva. Did you man have him there, Thiago Silva?
I did.
You had him there too?
Mm-hmm.
You have him as well?
No.
Who did you have? Rudiger?
My guy Rudiger, yeah.
I knew you'd go with Rudiger, 100%.
Yeah.
It's your guy.
There's a lot that goes into it. You know, Jeff made some good points, man. And for me, when it comes to a centre back, what makes a good centre back is what he said is actually got to control the line. And you're the most disciplined person. Like the centre back should be the most disciplined person. When everyone else fucks up, you're the last man before the goal, by the way. So as soon as he said Thiago Silva, I kind of was swaying. Like if Thiago Silva came into it, I would argue with you, man. Like Rash or Jeff, I would argue with you, man. But for me, Rudiger has been active. Thiago Silva hasn't been playing as much games with him. Rudiger scored goals, won a few penalties in games as well. He's that kind of smart player who knows when to do shit and when not to. And I go back to when they played City in the Champions League. I know that's a bit off season. That was a week before the season started. Well, that was a month before the season started. And that, do you know what I mean? And I go back to him for example. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah. But I go back to that game just for the reason of I wanted to bring up in that game, and for me, he's carried that on to where we are today. Do you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I like to watch centre backs and stuff, and Rudiger just seems to be that shit house that you kind of need sometimes, man. He needs to be that hothead. And my second defender I was gonna go through pick was Diaz. I was gonna pick him and Diaz, man, because Diaz for me is come on, man. Like City's been okay against Arsenal, for example, but Diaz was the only one who kept his head. You know, you had Rodri losing his head, and the person that was coming down with Diaz, you can see the future captain. Diaz has been scoring goals as well. You know, defenders, he's not the biggest guy, but he will have up at the biggest defender, if that makes sense. You know, he's active. And for that reason, I wanted to go for Diaz, man. First, for some reason, I think he's very young, but he acts like he's 10 years older. 23, 24. He looks like he's 34, man. He looks like he's 34, man, the way he talks to the players and stuff. You can tell they respect him, and I think respect needs to be there. So, yeah, those two for me, man.
Yeah, I think I prefer Thiago Silva as a defender, but I think because he's played more games, I would actually go for Rudiger as well. I just think I haven't really watched Rudiger this season and seen him have a bad game yet. And like you said, he's a bit become like Chelsea's heartbeat of the team a little bit in a strange way, like because of how passionate he is, how aggressive he gets. Like even against Liverpool, I thought when he actually was one-on-one with Salah, I thought he did a good job against him. Now, obviously, Marcus Alonso, when he was the only one time he had to defend Salah, we saw what Salah did to him. But
pulled his pants down.
Literally pulled his pants down.
But Salah does that to everyone, to be fair.
True.
No, I didn't do that to Tommy, bro.
To who?
Nah, he's lucky. He's lucky he went on his side.
Oh yeah, he went.
Yeah, he had that money though.
Yeah, he had a money still. But money against Chelsea, I thought he was good, very good against Chelsea. He was a bit after he should have got sent off. It's like that woke him up.
The elbow was serious.
He was good. But yeah, I'd go for Rudiger. I'd actually agree. I'd go for Rudiger and Diaz. I think Diaz, his name hasn't come up as much, but anytime you watch City, he's just consistent, doesn't really make any mistakes, and kind of just gets on with it. He's kind of like a seasoned veteran, even though he's like 24. So I'd go for Diaz and Rudiger as well.
Diaz 24 for real.
Yeah, he's 24, like 25. I'll double check.
Yeah, and you're playing like that. That don't make sense.
Yeah, it's crazy still. It might be 25. Oh, he's 24. He's still 24. So yeah. I see going for a while, yeah, still, unless he wants to go.
He's not been in his prime as a defender. Let's be real. You get your prime when you're 28, 29, 34. He's not been
Not
there.
even close. He's got a lot. Yeah, he's got many more years
Don't
to
make
develop.
sense.
So it's
So
scary still.
Rudiger and Thiago Silva, yeah.
I'll be happy with that. I'd be happy with that too.
Because I don't, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
No, it doesn't.
They
No,
both
no.
complement each other. They're both of them together at the back line that's given Chelsea such a solid defense. Do you know what I mean? One with a bit of wisdom from playing football over the years, and he's a veteran. He can read the game, and the way that he reads the game at his age, being able to keep up the physicality of the Premier League, like quietly going by his way. He doesn't even give no problems in the game as well. He doesn't have to throw himself around to in order to be the noticed on the pitch. He is the calm on the pitch for their team, and when he's not there, you can see there's slight erraticness and a slight bit of worry at the back line when there is. The only reason why I didn't say Rudiger at first before him was because maybe I don't like the guy, but it's I just think there's been some moments where he's had difficult games this season where some forwards have had his number, and he was fortunate to have the backing of the like-minded guy on his side to double up, especially when it's a counter-attack after he goes forward for like a corner or something like that. It gets caught lingering up, doesn't make himself get back quick enough, whereas other times he has. So that's the only reason why I put Thiago Silva over him. But to me, a Thiago Silva and a Diaz, or Thiago Silva and even a Gabriel with the performances that he's put in this season, we could say that we've kind of been waiting for Gabriel to return to the levels that he has been and that he's also known for. But I feel like he's actually got there, and that's a heavy contribution to why Arsenal are doing very well as well. I think he's been the level head at the centre back, and he's actually been the one that's given Ben Cocaine a bit of confidence at that back line over there as well, because he knows he can do his little runs, his little footwork, or his tight close skills and stuff like that, because he knows if he flops, he's got the powerhouse just behind him just to sweep up. So, I mean, Diaz, good shout. Rudiger, good shout. Gabriel, good shout. But I think someone who has to be there is Thiago Silva. That's my opinion, though. So
you know what? I'm not mad at Thiago Silva being there, because he would have been my third choice, only based off the number of games. But I'm not. Anytime you have Thiago Silva in your team, I don't think anyone can complain. So I'm happy to compromise. Maybe we can go Thiago Silva, Diaz.
It might have to be Thiago Silva and Diaz, because I don't know if we can. We already left off one City player in defense, and
that's fine.
There's a golden glove for a reason. If the keeper can't be there, having no defenders, that would be crazy. Because Diaz is the main reason. The only thing I say about Gabriel, I think Gabriel showed us, I think, against City, why he's not really ready yet. In my opinion, he's getting there, and there's no argument to say that he hasn't helped us. Him and Ben White. Cool. Wait, they're 23, 24 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Very young, very young, bro.
That's ridiculous. What team do you see doing well, with the banter club Arsenal getting this far with the young team? Do you know what I mean? So we've got to big up Gabriel and White, man. We've got to big up the boys, man. We've got to be respectful in that way. But with Diaz, I think Diaz has to be there. I think I lost the argument with Rudiger. Happy to have Thiago Silva there for the argument that you got brought ahead as well, man. Very happy to have that. So yeah, let's go with the two then. I think.
But yeah, Diaz is special, bruv. Like his maturity is beyond his years. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so like it's crazy. Like sometimes clubs just get lucky to find natural successes, and for City to go from Company to Diaz is pretty lucky, to be honest. You don't usually get that, not ability wise only, but also the mentality as well. Because Company mentality wise was special. And you know what, man, bringing up Company might be one guy that we missed out when we're doing our Premier League, La Liga combined thing, actually, because he could have got in there. He could have got in there.
He definitely could have. And I think you lot even rated him slightly lower when we done our best centre backs as well. I think he should have been much higher than what we put him still.
We need to redo those videos.
I need to double check that. That's a shot, actually.
We need to get that in the books and redo those videos, man. I feel like we got a different perspective now. We can see how we can compare, but
it wouldn't be majorly different. There's just been some people that I think we overlooked.
What did we put him as, legend?
I'm sure we put him as legend. Rash might be talking about where we put him 1 to 10. We definitely had him top 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10 I was talking about.
Yeah. Rash was talking about the 1 to 10 thing. So yeah, no, we'll definitely do that. I think another one that we should definitely do again is the generational talent debate. That was very popular.
Oh, that definitely needs to be happening again.
And I think that a lot of things on there might change. Yeah,
it has.
Yeah. Big up Ted Adi in the building saying has to be Diaz and Gabriel. We got there halfway, bro. We got there halfway still. All right, left back. So I've kind of given my one already. I'm saying Cancelo left back. What are you saying, Jadil?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think of left backs now, man. Robo, Tierney. I've got a big up Tierney, man. I mean, I won't slow on his name, but I was just expecting a bit more, and he's kind of hit my expectations. So he could be a shout. I think I'll go with Cancelo as well, man. Like, let's be real, man. I think that made an assist to Sterling when he banged it in first time. Came from
the outside the boot.
Oh, that was stop it, man.
Stupid.
That was mad, yeah. So I'm gonna back you on that. I'm gonna back you on that, man. Just because you can't make that back. Yeah. I'm gonna back you on that, bro. I'm gonna back you.
All right, cool. Rash, Jeff, any disagreements? Left back.
What's the Spurs left back again?
Hey, chill. Hey, chill.
No, I thought everyone was gonna say. I don't know. I was gonna say yeah.
Those Spurs players making it.
Man, ain't making it. Reguilon. I remember. I thought he was good for a minute. Yeah.
Remember, we were having a debate last year.
I thought he was better than he is still.
100%.
I thought he was much better than he actually is. But really, do you know what? We should never judge a Spurs player until they've played for the team at least a half a season or a full season, because all of them come there with great potential, and then it's just like, well, we just get a bit Spursy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Cancelo, I was gonna put for me. With a little bit of a shout out for Tierney. Not so much Robbo, man. Robbo's been doing good performances, but he hasn't doing anything outstanding for me. He hasn't bettered himself as far as I'm concerned.
Business as usual for him, man. Like I don't think he's ever had a bad season, but yeah, it's not been a very, very high. It's probably been a 7. Probably been a 7.
Yeah.
Just like you never get a bad performance from that guy anyway. Never.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So we're gonna go with Cancelo at left back. Obviously, people smash the likes. Thanks for the support as always. Let's get this cracking. Cancelo at left back. It's a good defense. The defense will do very well. All very composed on the ball too. So yeah, that will be a very good defense. All right, defensive midfield. Rash, who would you pick as your defensive midfielder? I think it's a bit tougher here.
I'm actually going to say Rice.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think anyone's been a better defensive midfielder than him. I think out of all of them, I think there've been some really good ones this season, but I don't think none is top to Rice at the moment. I think he's spearheading it.
Okay. So you're going with Rice as your DM. Jeff?
Agreed. Declan Rice has stepped up, man. Like I think like probably last year, I say he was probably overrated. I still probably feel it's that a bit, but he's definitely West Ham's main guy to me. Like he's their captain. He's like 22. Like he's good on the ball. He's a force. Like he gets up and down the pitch. Like
he's getting assists. He's getting goals.
Yeah, man.
Looks very, very good. They'll be lucky to keep him, man, after this season.
Yeah. Okay, Jalil.
I had a few names, but then I just realized they haven't played that much. So obviously, I said Kante, Fabinho hasn't really played. But then the person that other than Rash was Rodri. And after what I saw on Arsenal, I mean, if I was in a crowd, I would swang. Got banned for life. Very disrespectful. I was angry obviously after that. I think every Arsenal fan was angry after that game. I don't think it needed all that, but
I was slightly more angry at the fans, man. They should have got onto him more than that.
yeah, man, like dashing bottles and stuff. Why didn't someone run
You
out
know
the car?
what? He was in the family. That was the family section, though.
That was the family section.
That might be why.
It might be because if it was on the other side,
I don't think he knew that.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew that.
They were giving him
hot
stick.
dog to the nose,
They were giving him stick. There was lighters. There was pounds thrown at him and stuff. Obviously, I don't condone violence, but I would have knocked him out personally. But yeah, Rodri. We can't argue. We can't argue. We can't argue that Rodri and Fabinho.
Would have knocked him out. Shit, I'm dead.
No, Fernandinho, Rodri and Fernandinho. We can't argue that's the reason why they don't meet goals and keep clean sheets. He's part of the reason, and he showed that. It don't matter if he kicked us 10 times a game and stuff. It don't matter, man. He got away with it, and smart players get away with shit. We know this for a fact. We all know this from watching football. It's sad to see that he didn't get a yellow. And I was quite surprised his first yellow was when his top come off in the 94th minute. That's a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying after all the warnings he got, and he got someone like holding. Yeah. One little tackle, didn't even get warnings. Came on. I'm just saying, I'm not, one rule for Arsenal players, one rule for the whole other league. You get what I'm saying? But
don't bring that Angelo. Let that go. Let that go.
I'll let it go. But you have to see what I'm seeing. I can't be the only person to see what I'm seeing. Like, but it's what it is. 100%. So for me, I damn man, you guys made a good argument for Rice, but I was gonna go with Rodri personally.
I was just gonna say, why not have both?
Nah,
because I think Rice has kind of been doing box to box a bit for West Ham.
He has.
I'm not mad at that because there's only one other centre mid. I have one as another as an honourable mention. I was just gonna say, but yeah, I only have one other. You want to do it all now?
Might as well, because then we can make the midfield.
Could do, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, okay, then if we have Rodri and Rice, then I was gonna have to say Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
What an annoyance he was the other day. Flipping heck.
That man's different.
He's a
Jack hold it. Jack can't even hold his nuts. Bro.
I was gonna took it right out of my mouth. Pause.
Yeah. Pause. God.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Yeah. Ted D saying Basuma. I'm just gonna say this. I think Basuma, the reason why his performances have not been getting highlighted is because we know there's some off-field stuff that Basuma has been questioned about, and I think that's why no one's really mentioning his name. It's a bit taboo with Basuma right now.
He's been playing really well.
But he's been very good when he's played, but I think Rodri, Rice, and Bernardo Silva, I don't know if anyone can argue with that. That's what I would have picked as well, Jeff.
Yeah, the only
Rash,
other...
You know, what am I saying?
There you go.
I mean, I can give a few mentions. Certain guys. A shout out man like Gallagher. Started very well for Crystal Palace as well. Also for Palace as well. I think his name is Hughes as well. The other blonde chap. Bro, he's got some feet, bro.
He's got good lefty.
I think he gets himself out of a situation. Then got some good feet.
Left foot, fam.
You know what I mean? Partey found great form recently as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think he's been essential as well and pivotal to Arsenal's progression as well recently this season. Those are just a few that I just wanted to mention. And Kovacic as well. I think he's been amazing.
He has.
Before the injury, he would be my pick.
Yeah.
He was running the show, man. Literally. And I can't lie, he's come back and he's had COVID, he's had hamstring trouble, and he's back to running the show.
Yeah, what a performance that day. Him and Kante just absolutely incredible. Them two.
I even think Kante was better. Kante was on some different stuff.
Yeah, I'm not mad at whoever was better. I just think they were both incredible. When
Kante finds his form, bruv. Jeez, it's problem.
Yeah,
break stuff up so effortlessly, man.
Bro, trust me, man.
And it's a transition as well from the breakup to attack as well. How is just involved in that? So easy.
They can both do it as well. They can both run with the ball. Like they're both nippy. So yeah, man. great players still. Jalil, what are you saying? Any disagreements? Are you happy with that? Rodri, Rice, Bernardo Silva, midfield 3.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue with that. To be fair, I was gonna throw in 2 players. Gundogan ain't really been active this season. You know, he's not getting that many games for good reason. To be fair, in terms of City, it's a good headache to have. But then the other person I kind of wanted in was Mount. Mount. I kind of wanted Mount in that because he's getting goals, he's getting assists, he's very active, but he's cemented himself more as an attacking midfielder player instead of like your normal mid. He doesn't come deep, he gets it and he makes shit happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you boys' thoughts on Mount, man. I don't know.
I think he started too slow, man. Like I think like from last season, like last season was obviously his standout, and then I think it took him a while to like hit that same height. It probably took him to maybe like October until he got that hat trick. It took a while for him to before he like settled in. You're like, all right, this is the Mount from last season. I think my guy who I probably would have mentioned probably goes under the radar a lot is McGinn. I think McGinn has been top notch. Like when he doesn't play and that they play that marvelous guy, I can't remember his name. His next name, his first name is like Marvelous.
Oh,
yeah. I know you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It don't look the same, man. Like McGinn really works well in that Villa team, man. Like he's probably not the most attractive footballer. Like he's not got a bunch of tricks. No, not a bunch of amazing like long range passing, but in terms of just general football, he's really, really good, man.
Yeah.
So he would have been my pick if Rodri and Rice never made the midfield.
Where does Bowen play?
Right wing,
wide right.
Okay, wide right.
But he's not getting in.
He's not getting in, but I just wanted to give him a shout.
That's a great shout, though.
He deserves it.
That's a fantastic shout. I think a couple other guys that could be shouted as well for centre mid one is João Moutinho at Wolves. I don't know how he keeps doing that at 35 or whatever he is. Like bossing around Old Trafford the other day. Him and Ruben Neves taking it in turn to just bop it around. You know what I'm saying?
They're disrespectful. That's not the first time they've done that at United.
But they do it every year.
No, bruv. Some of the comments for that United game was funny, bruv. Jeff, you had me in stitches for ages, bruv.
What did I do, bro?
You said something like Shaw was getting have up and Sancho was just watching. Something like that. Sancho was just watching his boy getting happed up. He didn't even help. I was dying, bro.
But, you know what?
But it was literally like that, you know, the man that are just watching their boy. I love it, man. I love it, cuz. I love it. Yeah. Just watching their boy getting thumped up in the corner.
Didn't even make a call to call up a brethren, bro.
But you know what? I ain't even surprised. We're not going to speak on them long, but United, I think for now, for this moment, they've replaced Arsenal as banter at sea. I think United fans have to accept it. Now, right now, they are comfy. They're an absolute mess. They're a mess, bro.
A mess.
Do you know what? Jeff called it, because I remember I was speaking to someone about this, Jeff said United are going to have to go through that Liverpool kind of era. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to have to find themselves, because you've got to think about one thing. I think this is something we've got to establish, Normally, when something goes wrong, you replace the manager, you replace some players and stuff. Like, how could you have 5 managers since Fergie's gone and you have signed all these players? You spent so much money. You're sitting in 7.
I think it's plus $1 billion. Is it $1 billion since Alex left?
It's something about spend over $1 billion, and it's like over 600 mil net spend or something like that.
Why haven't you won? Why haven't you won the Prem? That's silly.
They ain't come close, let alone win. They ain't come close,
bro. The closest is like 20 points off. So and finishing second. So it's bro, it's different, man. Like it's when you have a man who knows the club inside out, he can win with scraps. No one else can come in and do that, bro. Like that's 20. So that man ran that club for damn near 20 years. Like he had to fight, obviously, at the start. Like he nearly got sacked, but when he kept his job, he won stuff. They let him run the club as he saw fit. Like whatever he said went. Like now, you tried the Moyes one off Fergie's recommendation. It didn't work too well. Moyes got slaughtered. It affected his career. Like, he's only now getting back. Then there's who? LVG.
Yeah, LVG.
He was
Tried
my
the
favorite.
establishment.
He was my favorite.
He was
Yeah,
my favorite still.
He tried. He tried something.
He tried.
That's
Yeah.
And then obviously Mourinho, his style didn't work. It ended very, very toxic, and they're gonna go through this time and time. Like even now, there's reports that players are unhappy with Rangnick.
I see that.
Came out today.
I read somewhere saying 11 players want to leave. 11,
bro. But this is the thing, fam. Like people were saying that Ole, well, no, not people. Ole himself tried to say he left a good legacy behind, right? But when he left, everyone knew that Pogba, Martial, Van der Beek, Telles, Dallo, minimum already wanted to leave. And Dean Henderson. Now Ragnick's come in and he's telling everyone to press. There's probably 4 or 5 more man that are like, fuck this. I ain't about. I ain't on this. Like,
I'm not running, bro.
Like, for what? Man,
I'm not running.
real, man.
Yeah,
they're
and
on there, bro.
yeah,
Imagine
that
being paid so
Martial,
much and being asked to run and you saying no, though. What the hell, bro?
the entitlement, innit?
Yeah, bro.
Like Martial will be gone soon anyway. Like Seville,
Yeah, he's
talking to
gone.
him and whatnot.
He's gone.
Dallo will probably stay. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Dallo, I'll just take a look. It's like, all right, Wan-Bissaka or me. All right, I bet on me.
I bet on me too.
Yeah, trust me. Well, everybody will bet themselves, but but yeah, man, United are a mess. We'll speak about them properly, but they are a mess, and you can't really hear their fans talking right now, and for good reason.
Man, I can't even see them, can't hear them, don't know where they are in the WhatsApp group, don't know where they are. Changing subjects, want to talk about other things and that. It's real out here.
Yeah, listen. Hey, if only Arsenal had them this month, man, that would be funny still. Big up Olders in the building. How are you, my guy? Saying West Smith Rowe. Listen, I can't lie, man. Smith Rowe's played too many games from the bench, and I think Odegaard's probably even better than him overall.
But he has got 8 goals this season already.
Salute him. He can't make this team, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's impressive, bro. It's impressive. Where he's saying Saka and Smith Rowe need to make this team. I mean,
no.
Listen, you're my guy, Olders, but I feel like you're trolling because we all know right wing, we're not even going to waste time.
Don't waste time. Just do it now.
We know who it is.
We know who it is. I wasn't even gonna. Yeah, we know who it is, so there's no need to it's Salah. So
terrorize the league. Enough.
We can move on from there. Shout out to Bowen, as Rash said. Shout out Bowen.
Yeah. Facts.
Shout out Saka over the last month, but no one was talking about Saka until a month ago.
Facts.
So I'm not really. So you know what I'm saying. Who else right wing has been good this season? Mars has been decent.
Again, I can't even suggest City people because it changes every time. Oh, he's trolling it out.
Yeah, I knew he was trolling.
But yeah, City, I can't really say because Sterling's been good over the past 2-3 months quietly. Mahrez has been good, but the team changes every week, man. Like, no one's got a guaranteed spot in that team. Like, only attacker who's probably been just average has probably been Grealish, who's just been like normal. Like Grealish hasn't been as bad as they say, but he hasn't been good either.
I don't think Grealish has been that bad. Obviously, big up Ted ID saying, I think he wanted to say Pepe. He said, sorry, it's a reflex. Unfortunately, Pepe don't get it, my bro. Shout out Pepe though. Hopefully he whips it up at AFCON, man, so he can boost up his price still.
Yeah.
Big up Nitz, he likes the hustle. Hope you're good, my guy. Saying Sancho. The trolls are in full effect right now.
Rama's had a good one still.
Yeah. Oh, Ben Rama. Yeah, he has been good. Big up Ben Rama.
Said.
So who are we going for on the left?
Good question.
So I was gonna. I don't know if there was 2 players at mind, but they kind of both play striker as well, so it's a bit weird.
Okay.
But then the striker one it might come into contention now. So I had Jota,
okay,
and Dennis, because they both played in the left wing as well.
Dennis,
Dennis is a good shout.
But Dennis is on 8 goals. Vardy is on 9 goals, and Jota's on 10 goals. So how do you fit all 3 of them in?
Because Jota's been playing through the centre.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. That's my issue. That's my
And
issue.
And I'm not gonna lie, Vardy's game isn't off playing well. It's just when he gets a chance, like the way Leicester play, there's no way that Vardy can play well every game because he barely gets the ball. He's just that when he's just such a good striker that when he gets his chance, he'll take it. Like I don't think he would make it based off like how average Leicester have been for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, let's actually try and think about contenders for left wing. I mean, I'm trying to think of Man City. Jeff highlighted this. Sterling's been good the last couple months, but probably not enough to get in the team. Grealish has been decent, but not outstanding. At Liverpool, Mane has been up and down. At Arsenal,
Smith Rowe.
Smith-Rowe's been doing all right on that side.
He has.
And Martinelli has played there.
Martinelli has been very good.
Martinelli not long enough. Martinelli not long enough.
Not long enough. Martinelli not long enough. Benrahma has played on the left, I think, for West Ham with Fornals. They've mixed.
To me, Fornals has been better over the course of the season. But
has he been left though? Is Fornals on the left or is he in the middle?
Yes,
he's been left and middle. Them two.
Literally they keep swapping. So 1 minute, Benrahma's on the left, then he'll be on the bench. Then Fornals will be on the left. Then Fornals will be in the middle. Then Benrahma will be on the left. But Fornals last few games, he's either been dropped or he just hasn't been as effective. And now he's out. He's got COVID, I believe.
But he has been playing sick Fornals. Both of them, Benrahma and Fornals. When they've come on, they've done a job.
They both.
Could we put Bo in there?
We could put Bo on the left. It'll be. I mean, in that case, then could we put Rafinha there? Rafinha would be another good shout.
Rafinha plays on the right.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's just like Bowen.
What about
Rafinha? Go on, sorry, go, bro.
So what about Son? What do you guys think about Son though? Because like we've got to be real here. The reason why Spurs are coming up higher on the list, even when they're drawing, Son scored every goal, bro.
I don't even know if I'd give. Like, if it's Son, like, it's just because I can't think of anybody else, not because I actually think he's been that good. Like, Son's had way better seasons. Like, he's just been like his name carries him, and obviously, and he's good, so he'll find a way to get a goal. But I actually go with Dennis over everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say if you're going to mention all those other heads, then Smith Rowe actually does have a shout, but I think Dennis over all of them still.
Yeah,
Dennis is underrated, man. Like, you might say that, like, there's been a lot of people that 4 or 5 months in that are good and then they fall off, but he's actually got some intelligence, man. Like, he plays with some sense. You know, it's not like one of them Xhaka situations or whatever, where them man pop up, bang 9 goals, and then they're gone.
That's that Wigan done.
Yeah.
I think they're doing him dirty though, with the whole international thing. Yeah, man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Doing him real dirty.
Wait, I don't even know if I'm privy to everything. What happened?
So basically, Watford tried to say that Nigeria put in the application too late to get him to come play for them for the AFCON, but Nigeria says no. We was asking for him way back and we couldn't get no responses. And the manager just basically said, listen, it's nothing to do with me. And if the team says no, then I'm happy with that. I ain't pushing it no further. So he's like,
yeah.
I think they did him a bit dirty still. Yeah.
He was never going. Because let's be real. Watford about Dennis. Let's be real.
Right, they lost 3 and 4. They lost off, I think, 3 or 4 other players as well. So I just knew they was not going to let him go. I just knew it. But the way that they're trying to play it, like, it's Nigeria's fault they put in the application too late. It was like weeks' notice. It wasn't that, man. I just think they're doing him a bit dirty, man. I think because he's young, he might have another chance. And because they're trying to change all these international cups stuff now from every 4 years to maybe every 2 years, there's hope for him. But this year, I mean, he's shown what he can do. It would have been really good for him to get into the international squad this year, man.
Yeah, I mean, when did it become a choice whether to release your players for your international teams? Especially for the main tournaments. Friendly is cool, but international tournaments, like for Dennis, this is like he's on mad form. He probably would have played for Nigeria.
He would have played.
Nigeria needed him, bro.
Could you imagine a team saying no to England? Like, no, you can't have him. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't happen.
Never.
But honest thing is it's money, innit? Like everything's money. Like if they pay 60 million for a player, they're gonna drag their feet snap their hand, do all sorts so they don't have to release that player, man. And with England, we're in England, man. So unfortunately, they're always going to get released. And the other countries which are lesser than that, they see it as lesser than, you're going to suffer, man.
Exactly, which is what's
unfortunately
happening.
just how it goes. Unfortunately, clubs is more respected than internationals. It's like a pride thing for internationals, but even some players, they treat their club with more respect than they treat their country. He's obviously not one of them, but that's just how it seems to go.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. People smash a like. Still 8 of you in here. Big up every single one of you. Right, last pick, striker. Who are you going for striker? Julio, I'll come to you first. Who's your striker?
Jota for me, man. 100%, man. Kid's an issue.
Okay. Rash?
Ice cold Lacazette.
Sure.
Ice cold, bro. Look, when it comes to forwards, it's kind of going to be leaning in one direction. It's probably going to all lean towards Jota, and the reason why I say this is because City are doing it without a striker. They're saying we don't need strikers. We've got our strikers, fam. And Arsenal strikers it's been Oba and Laka, and Laka, even though he's been playing some great performances, the goals ain't really coming from him. It's coming from midfield, isn't it? And then you've got Chelsea as well, and their strikers ain't scoring. Their strikers don't score goals. Lukaku started well, but he's having some issues.
Wendy Williams, man.
Yeah. I mean, them men are chatty patty, ruining their lives right now. So I can't really argue with Jalil's shout for Jota if we're just looking at maybe who's the best in the top 6. But there are a few good shouts from the lower clubs as well. But I just need to
go on. I
need to get my head. I was going to say I need to get my head around those first, just so I can give some honorable.
No worries. Jeff, go on.
I'm probably gonna have to agree. Jota's a weird one, man. Like he's clinical in front of goal. His general play, like, is it with? People might not agree. I don't like his general play.
Nah, I agree with you completely. I've been cussed for it a few times. I think his general play kind of stinks.
Yeah, like I think it's weird, like because I like Aubameyang and his general play isn't that good, but I feel like Jota's general play just should be better. Like he played wide at Wolves and he looked like he had all the attributes. It's just I don't know if maybe the jump like to such a team, like maybe his football doesn't look as good, and I just don't know, man. He obviously he scores goals. Like 10 goals speaks for itself, innit?
Yeah.
So far. So I'd pick him. The honorable mention I'd probably have is Antonio. If it was 10 games, 12 games, I would have picked him. But I feel like, again, his performances in the last few games, don't get me wrong, he's always going to be an issue. Like, he's a handful, innit? But like goals-wise and whatnot, it kind of jumped off a cliff a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because when you actually look at the goal-scoring charts this year, most of the people in the top like 15, 20 are not even strikers.
They're not centre forwards at all.
They're not centre forwards. It really is mainly the wing now, with the wings now, where people score their goals from. So I think that's something that obviously Harry Kane obviously has had a big dip this year.
Jesus.
I think that's something that we'll probably have to look out for. That that's might be something that becomes more regular. Obviously, if
probably could have a show on it, like the death of the number 9.
Yeah.
But in case of numbers, just quick, obviously, Vardy is putting up numbers on the board. Again, as Jeff has said, we've got Antonio as well, who is like so important to West Ham. You see when he's not playing that, it's different. And even though, despite their current form, Ronaldo hit the ground running. He really did well. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
8, right?
2 games. Yeah, he got 8 goals this season as well. Trying to see who else is as a striker. Not really many more. I mean, Wilson's done well, and when Wilson's not in Newcastle squad, they don't look like a squad at all. They struggle.
Terrible, man.
Terrible. Struggle without him. Do you know what I mean? And Cornet. What position does Cornet play for?
Cornet. That's a shout. Yeah, great shout.
He's been their hero, bro. Hero for them.
Like, he's good.
He's been good, man.
He's good in a
been
really,
good.
really stiff team. Like, Burnley don't create nothing. Like, not they oh my god, they don't do anything.
I think I might actually go for Antonio.
Over
I
Jota.
know he had a bit of a dip, but I don't think Jota started the season on fire. I think he kind of picked up of late. And if I'm looking at him saying, Jota's got 10 goals, Antonio's got 8. Who's probably putting a better all-round performance is probably Antonio.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I might have to go for Antonio up top,
I agree with him being a better all-round player for his team.
For his team, yeah.
Definitely 100%.
Yeah.
And you know what? Jota was missing sitters at the beginning of the season.
Bruv.
He was missing sitters, but he did found form. Found form, and you can't knock that.
Yeah, I'm going Antonio. Jalil, you're going Jota, right?
Going Jota.
Rash? Sorry, Joe.
No, it's cool.
I'm swinging between Antonio and Vardy. Give me a second, because Vardy, like you said, they don't. Like Jeff said, he probably gets 3 chances a game maximum, and to be still managed to pull out 9 already as well, with chances quite minimal at Leicester, and really Leicester's goals coming from midfield as well. I think Vardy's done well, especially at his age too, man. Got to rate him.
Yeah. Cool. Jeff?
No, I'm gonna stick with Jota, man. I think Jota gets a nod for me. Just.
Okay, so I think Jota wins out.
Yeah,
no strikers have been consistent though. That's the thing. There's not one striker has been proper consistent. So.
Even Ronaldo would have a shout, like, and that even says that the league is.
That's the first bit of the season, isn't it? Yeah,
like, because this 36-year-old man, don't get me like, he's always going to be quality, like, even if he's 50. But bro, like, it just kind of says that number 9 is really dying. Like, if City can honestly say we're not buying a number 9, and
the league,
you will let your 10 points clear,
something like that.
You're 10 points clear with 19 games gone. Like, what?
21 games gone.
Or 21 games gone, sorry.
Even worse.
And you're 10 points clear.
10 points clear of number 2, bro. And you just think, do you know
number 9 is playing wide right. Like, the guy who you bought as a number 9 said he's happy to play wide right. I do it for Brazil. Like,
that's mad.
And he's doing all right. He's doing good.
He's doing all right.
I actually think he's playing a better football than what he does normally.
I agree. Maybe he's not a striker.
He's actually a bit of a problem.
Pep is a different kind of genius, man. I'm going to say that.
You know, the packs are saying Ronaldo striker.
Do you know what's making me not say Ronaldo?
What's that?
Man, I watched that guy play, man, and I'm just like, oh, what happened to you, man? When he shapes his body up to shoot, sometimes I'm like, go! Oh, wow, that was far wide, like well wide. Like them men there are not the same, bro. Like
his body is crumbling in front of our
United's fault. This 36-year-old man, he's 37 in a month. Why is he playing this much football? Like, and he's playing full 90 minutes. You won't pull him off.
Nice. Nah, man.
Bro, you think he's not fuming inside that United aren't good? I've got Rashford, Greenwood, Sancho, Cavani, and you're playing me every minute.
Bro, he looks like he's about to kill one of them soon. I can't even lie, bro.
Hey, bro, what happened to Rashford, man? Jeez.
That's another guy that guy needs to be discussed too. We need to definitely have a chat about Rashford. I can't lie, because
I think it's gone too long. Do you know what it is? Because a lot of people don't like talking about Rashford because they know what he can do, they know his ability, and they know the good that he's done. Do you know what I mean? But it's becoming a bit of a worry.
It is.
That man ain't had a good season since his first or second season, though.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years now since Rashford actually looked good. He's managed to get numbers to hide his performances, but I don't know about Rashford. All right, so our team of the year is Ramsdale in goal, Trent, Thiago Silva, Ruben Diaz, and Cancelo as the back 4. Rodri, Rice, and Bernardo Silva in the middle 3. And then Salah, Dennis, and Jota as the front 3.
I just want to say shout out to Benteke.
Jeez, yeah,
Scoring
shout out
boots, man.
Benteke. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
man, I've been
Come
taking.
on.
Find him some scoring boots again.
Mini revival on that. Shout out Benteke still. All right, cool. The individual awards time. Now we'll do this one by one. So I'll start with the easiest one. Player of the year. I'm going Salah.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to disagree?
Nope, not for me.
You'll have the same one. Jeff said he
Definitely.
does.
Even in
You
game,
know-
I say this every single time. Even in games where Salah doesn't look optional, he's the only person making shit happen. Says a lot about
Yep.
him.
And Rash, Salah
Yep.
as well.
Yep,
Yeah.
I think the only people that don't rate him as much as we do are Liverpool fans themselves. It's a bit weird.
I've heard that recently, you know. Liam,
That's been going around for a while.
Liam hasn't
bro.
liked him for 4 years, bro.
yes,
I
true.
think now though,
He's not his
I
fan.
think now Liverpool fans like, yeah. I've heard some Liverpool fans say recently they think he's their best player of all time. So it's just interesting
Wow.
to see how it goes from not really rating him to all of a sudden he's their best ever player. I think he's top five.
His record will probably say so, though. I mean,
His record, yeah, goal scoring wise, yeah.
you got certain legends, Dalglish and Barnes and them men there. You get me, but I really
It's
think
just crazy that
number
I say
wise,
Salah over Gerrard just sounds blasphemous.
it sounds
Who am I,
crazy,
man?
but it's real
It
like
sounds
that, bro.
crazy. Sounds crazy, but
It
a
sounds.
couple more
You
years
know
of
how real it
this.
is. He's achieved more with Liverpool than I think Gerrard has. That's
He
how
has.
real
No,
it is.
he has for sure.
He
Gerrard
has.
was,
That's how real
Gerrard
it
was
is.
dragging along like man like Aurelio though, and like
And
man
Jimmy
not
Traore.
Jimmy. Oh my god,
Man,
Jimmy
that's what I
Traore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
That was Mendy before Mendy.
yeah, bruv. Big up Jimmy Traore still.
Mm.
All right. Next one, manager of the year. Joe, you get this one first. Who's your manager of the year? Nah, don't do it.
Do it, man.
Don't do it.
son.
No, I
Let's
just
go.
said it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No,
Is this on? No, I'm playing. No, but look, can I shout him out at least? Yeah, is that all right? Because obviously, I think we're all going to pick Pep just based on going this far. Half the season, won the season already. Make it make sense. You're mid in the season, you won the season already. So I think we're all going to go Pep. But can I pick up my guy McKell, man? He's been that guy.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah, well said,
snap.
Chino. Well
Kicked
said.
him
Well
out.
said, Chino. Well done. Moving on.
You can finish. Go on. Big up your guy. He deserves it. Nah, go on.
But I'm going to keep it nice, short and sweet, man. I think we can see that there's motive in terms of Mikel, in terms of how he's been doing. Like he said, he's going to try and install some stuff into the club. Yes, people are saying he thinks he's Pep. He's trying to do the Pep way, setting rules, and if you don't like it, fuck off. But if it's worked for all the best managers, why not do it? You know. So and he's got a philosophy that I'm happy everyone's seen, even the doubters have seen. And people, do you know what the funny thing is? People are still doubters, and you know, I'm not going to argue with them. You know, it's not the kind of football you like. It's not the kind of football you like. But we have to give him the credit he deserves. For us playing against the team who's already won a league, we kept, 11 men on the pitch. Would have been a different game. But I will say this: Gabriel pissed me off. We could have got something like this. And Gabriel beat someone up with a baseball bat. Yeah. Wait there.
Coming back to that.
I've got a fucking baseball bat as well, Gabriel. Coming for your head. We could have won that game.
Yo.
What's he doing?
Yo,
Trying to get off flag.
Listen, this is the man that said he doesn't condone violence, yeah? And then straight away says, go and bang Diaz in his face, yeah?
No, I'm playing. No, Gabriel will learn, man. He's
baseball bat at the back.
I've always got a baseball bat in this cap. But Gabriel made a mistake here. We all know that. And I'm pretty sure Mikel would have had a go at him. But the good thing about this year, I thought that red card means you can't play against Spurs.
No.
Luckily, we've got FA Cup game on the Sunday. Hopefully goes on. Then we're laughing, he's back. Do you know what I mean? So that's all well. And I'm pretty sure Mikel is going to go back into that game wanting all the smoke. So I just wanted to big up Mikel there, man. Sorry.
Yeah. But your manager of the year is Pep, you said, yeah?
He's won the league halfway through the season without a striker. Make it make sense to me because I can't.
So that's a good point. Rash?
Really, it was going to be a toss-up of two. Yeah, it was going to be out of Pep and Tuchel. And the reason why I say Tuchel is because Like, not only did he take over Chelsea, changed their form last season, won the Champions League last season, but now they are the closest team to City as well. I think he's had a brilliant year, especially the fact that he's just come in. Obviously, Pep's had a fantastic year, even from this point to this point, because I think it was this point. I think they were like what 8 points off the top, or some serious points off the top last season, and they went on their and they went on their crazy spree and ended up winning the league. And since then, I mean, look, they're top again at this time of the year. So it shows that really they're saying we are the champions, and if you want it, come and get it from us. And that's what you want from a team up there. Do you know what I mean? So it was very hard for me to pick between the two, man. But to do it with no striker, man, you got to just give it to Pep. You just got to. And that's literally the reason, because I think Tuchel's had a brilliant start as well, carrying on from last season. But you're 10 points clear, no striker. That means your footballing play, your philosophy is brilliant. It all leads to goals. It doesn't matter who's there. So yeah, shout out Pep.
Cool. Jeff?
Yep, Pep. I don't have much more to add, man. Just he's gonna go down as one of the best managers to ever exist, man. I'll say that.
Yeah, he could go down as the greatest. I mean,
it's still possible.
I would like him to go to a team where he doesn't have as much money, but he'll make the argument that he doesn't need to. So, but yeah, to do what he's doing without a striker, I think is ridiculous. Obviously, honourable mention, I think, to David Moyes. Done a fantastic job. Even Arteta fourth, no one expected it for Arsenal, so he has to get a mention. Even maybe the Brentford manager too. I'm not sure where they are on the table, but I had them going down. I'm pretty sure.
Same.
So so big him. I think they're 12th, so ahead of Aston Villa, who signed a lot of players. So fair play.
Gerrard and Vieira. Sorry, Gerrard and Vieira. Both made differences to the team. We can see it from early, but we don't know where they're going to go, but we've seen differences.
Vieira's a shout. Vieira's a great shout.
To them, man.
Yeah, shout out to Vieira as well. And even Graham Potter, I think Brian are 8th or 9th. So
Potter needs a shout out every year. He's a very good manager.
Very good manager still. 9 people still in the building. Smash the likes. All right, next one, flop of the year. And for this one, next up is Rash. You go first.
You made me go first, you know.
I can give it to Jeff, and then you can get the biggest surprise first.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, all right, Jeff. Sorry, bro. Flop of the year so far.
Just
be kind of your words.
Oh shit!
Be kind of your words, Jeff.
All right. Shit. Why'd you guys do it to me, man?
This is easy for me, man. This is easy for me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, all right. And it has to be Sancho, don't it? So far. And I say this. I want to say I still rate him. I still think he's a very, very good, very, very good player. I think he hasn't adjusted yet. Partially, I just think it's to him being used wrong too. But a lot of it is just individual mistakes. He kind of looks like he's going through a severe lack of confidence. Like, gets on the ball, he's doing really, really, really safe things. Like, I don't like that. No, you're just passing it. Like, you're just doing a sad overlap or just a simple pass inside. And you've got all this ability with your feet. Like, take someone on, like drive at somebody. Like, stop being so safe. So I'm saying it's gonna sound what I'm saying it to uplift him. I'm saying it because he needs to pick up in this next half of the season.
Okay, cool.
The money's been spent. I think it took a long time for you to be signed. There's a lot of reasons why you're not playing well, but also you're just not playing well. So you need to pick it up. Yeah,
I mean, Ted ID agrees with you. He said Jadon Sancho too. So Jadon Sancho. All right. Rash, you ready now?
Yeah, same.
Flop of the year.
Yeah.
Sancho?
Yeah.
Cool.
For exactly the same reasons.
Same reasons, yeah? Okay. And Jalil, what are you saying?
I've got a list.
Got a list?
Let's hear it.
And they all play for one team.
Oi.
So I've got a few, bro, because I want to throw Maguire in there as well. Sancho, I don't need to touch on anymore because my guys have said it. But you can't not go on without saying Fred. Guy
Threw Fred out there.
Big expectations for. I was gonna say McTominay's got to go in there as well.
This guy's just listing up Man United players.
What's going on, man?
They've all
been there for years. I thought there was new players that we had to select.
I thought, but yeah.
Oh, the new players.
Keep going. It's good, man. I love this.
Keep going. This is nice.
Because I was gonna go with the biggest surprise.
I was gonna go. Yeah.
Is it new players only?
No. When I did flop, I just meant flop like anyone who's flopped.
Oh yes,
I thought was gonna do good, but it's flopped. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so I've got
Fred and them man was gonna do good.
There we go. Fred, Promenade, Maguire, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, fucking Sancho, Rashford, fucking. I'm gonna leave Greenwood. Greenwood playing good. I'm gonna leave Ronaldo as well. At his age, he's still getting goals. I'm not gonna touch him. Who else? Cool. Ollie's gone, so I can't get onto him. One person I want to get onto as well. I haven't even played. He hasn't even played. He plays for United. Don't even let the beat.
Hey!
Hey, this
is called the whole squad.
You just called the whole. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
United. Put United there.
Put United.
Yeah, put Manchester United. No, put Manchester United. I want it in bold.
Full name. All right, cool. My bad.
And I want them. If they got an issue with it, I want them to come get it back in blood. And that's real.
Get it back in blood.
That's a true story. All right. What?
Sure. Sweating out here, fam.
Boy.
That took ages.
I've never seen
I'm changing mine as well. I agree. Manchester United.
Hey, okay, cool. That's good.
Honestly, I agree. I said this time. Yeah, this season they'll probably be around the top three because I had them either snatching it either second or first. Bruv, I rated them that much with their squad. And when Ralph came, oh geez, I thought, yeah, it's gonna be happening. But bro, nah. They're still shit.
Yeah, I can't lie. I think I have to agree. I was thinking it's between Man United or just poor Harry Maguire, or Ole. Ole could have been a flop, but then again, can you be a flop when you were the worst manager in the league? Nah, I don't think you can be a flop. Ole did what he was expected to do.
They're seventh. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
They're seventh.
Nah, you're right. It's got to be Man United. They've been embarrassing.
They're seventh.
It's got to be Man United still. They've been a joke.
So we got Man United and Sancho.
It's not too late to change.
The only thing that's gonna be different in this whole table is the biggest surprise because I know we've all got a different expectation.
Hey, wait, Jeff, it's not too late. You want to change it when United? You want to keep it to Sancho?
Jeff's going to keep it there. He's putting the finger directly. Yeah. No, forget you. Yeah. You.
So what? Jeff, you're thinking that one guy. When you know what? Has Maguire been good?
What? Of course not. But I don't expect. I don't even because flop suggests I have I have no expectation for Harry Maguire. Like, I can find him in a park.
I feel like it's a Sunday league, isn't it? One of them, man.
Bro, he's just a normal, average. Like he can play, but it's like, bro.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, Jeff. The other day, I was thinking, I wonder if Maguire can do 20 kick-ups. Like, I was literally wondering that. I was thinking, well, I wonder if he can do 20 kick-ups. Like, some man that just can't. I reckon he's one of them men that can't.
I'm changing mine. I'm going.
Wait, did you see? Did you see? Man United versus Burnley. Did you see Man United versus Burnley? When was it Lennon? Aaron Lennon.
Tarkowski bullied him, I swear. Yeah, no, man.
Aaron Lennon goal. Did you see what he did? Did you see what he did as a defender?
Yeah, he's backed up, man.
I'm going with Maguire, man. I'm sorry. United are an honourable mention, but Maguire's been a disgrace.
Shout out United.
Listen, we're going to get a lot of call from United fans for this, but I don't know if they can really argue with us, to be honest.
They're calling themselves too.
I want the smoke.
All right. Biggest surprise. Rash, you first.
I've got three big surprises. Like three. Right. First one is Tomiyasu. All right. so
Good
surprised
one.
because we all know when we was getting Tomiyasu, everyone was like, Arsenal are banter club. Yeah. They they got someone to play right back who ain't right back, whose
Yeah.
agent even says he's not even a real defender. They don't know where to place him. We was told that he was offered to about 5 other clubs, and all of them was like, no, including Tottenham. Like, so I was just like,
Yeah.
nah, we're just moist, bro. But that guy is life changing. Tomiyasu is a savage, bro. Like, he's better than Bellerin. He's better than Cedric. He's the best thing that I've seen on that side of the pitch, like since for a
Sanya.
long time, bro. For a very
Yeah.
long time. I was so surprised at him, man. His efficiency, his intellect, his playing on the ball, his off the ball movements. Like, he's just a really good right back defender. And I think everyone was shocked because I know no one heard of Tomiyasu before.
Yeah.
Second guy is Ramsdale. Yeah, Ramsdale, he had a big price tag attached to his name. Everyone was like, again, Arsenal are stupid. If they need to spend money, why are they spending it here when they've got my man? They need to spend it here. They should have kept my man who went over to Villa, Martinez, this, that, and the other. It didn't make sense. Bro, it makes all the sense. It makes all the sense. And I don't know who was in charge of this deal, and I don't even know if they knew it was going to make this much sense, but it just makes so much sense, bro.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah, it's been a brilliant appointment to the squad. And the last one, and this is just a special mention, it's not going to get in there because he hasn't been here for a very long time, but it's definitely got to be Ralph. Yeah, Ralph coming to Manchester United, yeah, was like, I saw all the memes, the daddy of the pressing play. This is Klopp and Tuchel's daddy, stepdad, and this, that. There's pictures of him being a puppet master, holding the strings over Klopp and Tuchel. I was like, yo, we're in for trouble because he is a big coach. He knows what he's doing. And it just turns out he doesn't know what he's doing. So, yes. So
I see what you said. I see what you did there. That's a surprise. I like that.
It's a bad surprise. That was a bad surprise.
Bro, it was a surprise. He didn't know what he's doing, bro. And hearing Jamie Redknapp's analysis of that against Wolves the other day was classic, bro. 4-2-2-2. 4-4-2. In the end, I don't even know what he was playing. He's just making up systems. Yo, you've got a man like Redknapp saying that he thinks you're just making up systems, bro. Seriously, you surprised the world because we all thought you knew what you was doing. But because it's only been about a month and a half, 2 months max, I'm gonna say the biggest shock for me has been Tomiyasu.
Okay, so Rash is going for Tomiyasu as his biggest surprise. And I think that's a very good shout. All right, Jeff, who are you going for? Biggest surprise?
Same player.
Same player?
Yeah, man. He's quickly become my favorite Arsenal player.
He's a very good defender, I can't lie. He's a very, very good defender. And if he does improve going forward, yeah. Well,
I actually think he's
very good.
I actually think he's not that bad.
He's getting better. I can't lie. I made him sound like he was Wan-Bissaka level. Nah, it's not. not like that. Not like that. Not at all.
Oh man, I feel sorry for Wan-Bissaka, man.
Sorry. And the worst is, I know. Wilfred was telling him as well. Boy, you go over there, it's gonna be problems, you know. You go over there, it's gonna take a while for you to build your grip back, you know.
Yeah,
girls gonna try rubbish in the media, you know. Like, yo,
it's all happened. It's all happened, man. Jalil, what are you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna go with Tommy. I'll say this about Tommy as well. I heard that he's a centre back as well, by the way. I heard that he can play centre back, and I think he's proven that winning headers and stuff and everything. I'm not going for Tommy though.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you were.
Nah, I'm not. He's not a big surprise for me. For the only reason why is that Mikel knows what he's doing. Listen, if that guy said I'm gonna bring in a guy, and he's gonna do the business. And I said, Mikel, I don't know about this. No one's heard of him. I'm getting backed up by my mates. She said, "Chill the fuck out, son." He said, "No, I've got this." I said, "Cool, I believe in you." One person that I really shocked me is because I've got some Palace fans around, and Gallagher. He's just come out of nowhere, Bob. He's been playing. He's been consistent. So we're talking about consistent in midfield. We're talking about a consistent player. And if I'm not mistaken, he's got about 6 goals and 3 assists.
Something like that, yeah.
So for me, with him, he's actually shocked me. He's actually a big surprise. But now, when that's what I had in mind. But now, when Jeff and Rash started talking about Tomiyasu, it seems silly for me not to put that guy in. Bro. Like,
yeah, you can still go with Gallagher. I think Gallagher's a good pick.
Let me go with Gallagher.
Gallagher, yeah.
He's young as well, man. You don't expect someone
very
that
young,
young to be
man.
a first-team player as well, man. So
Where did he come from? Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah, he's on loan
still
from
a Chelsea player.
he's still a
Chelsea
still
player,
a Chelsea player. Yeah, he hasn't had to be house for nothing.
As is Broha, that Broha guy.
Yeah.
Broha.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Gallagher's a great shout. I think Tomiyasu's a great pick as well. It's not been as long as the rest, and but I'm gonna go for Joe Linton simply because this guy was just a banter player. He was just a comedy show, and now he's going into centre mid, and he's actually looking pretty good.
Seriously, come on, are you for real?
Wait, are you doing it?
I'm going with Jolinton. I'm being serious. I'm going with Jolinton.
That is sick because subliminally, it's still off the back of Manchester United. Shout out to that poor performance.
Just for that one performance, he is the biggest surprise because I didn't even know he had that in him. So I'm going with Jolinton, bro. I can't lie. Sorry, Ramsdale probably should have got it. He's probably been my biggest surprise outside of that. But yeah, I'm going to go for Joe Linton just because that against Man United made him look like Yaya Toure, and that's incredible.
Shout out Joe Linton making anything for anyone. Well done, man.
Nah, big up Joe Linton still. All right, go on, Jalo.
No, that's how I was just saying. Anything's possible after that, bro.
Right. I guess. Shit. All right, so our final picks. So we've all gone for Salah as our player of the year. We've all gone from Pep as our manager of the year so far. Flop of the year, it's all rooted from the Man United family. So Jalil and Rash actually went for Man United. I went for Harry Maguire and Jeff went for Sancho. And then for biggest surprise, Rash and Jeff went for Tomiyasu. Jalil went for Gallagher and I went for Joe Linton. So yeah, I think we'll make sure to definitely share this one and our team of the year on our Instagram. See who you guys agree with. Obviously, a lot of our picks are the same, but especially flop of the year and biggest surprise is probably what we get most pushback from in terms of the selections that we've made so far. But I think it's been a very good show in terms of looking at the league at the halfway stage. I think we did a good job with the team of the year. Still 5 people in the building. Make sure to smash the likes before you leave. Rash, you got any final words? I know that this FA Cup weekend, so we'll need to decide if we're going to do a review show, if we're just going to focus next week on like one of these debates that we've been discussing on. So we need to agree a schedule for next week. So I don't know, Rash, if you just wanted to say a couple quick words before we wrapped up.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I have kind of had my head out of the media recently because I haven't been too well. But yeah, I'm sure there hasn't been a lot of things that has changed.
Yeah.
Except probably the opinions of people based upon what they desire. Now, I think with this whole COVID situation and vaccinated situations and information slowly coming out on both sides, for and against and so forth like that, don't let it divide us. We don't need no more divisions in society. Believe me, there are enough, okay? And to be divided based upon what someone chooses to do with their own body, when we are championing the freedom to do whatever you want with your own body at exactly the same time. It doesn't make sense. So let's not make this divide us. We know there's something bigger behind this that wants the division, but let's just show that we're bigger than that. We've gone through a lot over the last few years, whether it's through the Black Lives Matter movement, the Asian against racism towards Asian people as well, and everything like that. That's come through the awakening of what's going on around the world, whether it's Palestine and Israel, or whether it's China and the Uyghurs, or whether what's going on in Kashmir. Look, it's known that there's a lot of divisions and there's a lot of healing that the world needs and a lot of love that needs to be spread. So let's just do that, because love is what wins, and that's what will win in the long run. Do you know what I mean? Love always wins, and let's just not make people divide us any further.
Yeah, 100% agreed. We definitely don't need any more division in this world, and it's a time where we should stick together and understand that sometimes you can disagree on certain topics, and it doesn't necessarily have to divide us per se. Disagreements are part of life, and it's how you can move on from them. So yeah, beautifully said from Rash as always, and yeah. Let's make sure we all play our part, and remember, love always wins. So we're out, people. Still 6 of you in the building. Like I said, make sure every single one of you smashes the likes before you leave. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Last coming from Ed saying, end of the year, expect Ronaldo, Pogba, and Baye to be in the team. I don't know about that.
In what team? I don't think they're even being United's team, but let's go.
It's true. It's true. Let's see. But yeah, man.
What we will do, Ed, is we will do a flop team of the season as well as a team of the season. And expect a lot of United players to be in there.
Jeez. Ed saying 307 subscribers now. I think we gained like 2 or 3 during this show. So that's amazing, man. Big up every single one of you, man. It's a pleasure, and yeah, we'll keep making sure to get some good content out for everyone and getting people involved as well. So yeah, people, we're out. Let's watch this Chelsea Spurs Carabao Cup semi-final. I think Chelsea are 1-0 up. Haven't scored, I think. So yeah, let's enjoy that. All right, peace and love. We're out. Peace.
Salam.